Hey guys and gals, and my name's Wolf, and welcome back to our continuation of Darkest Dungeon. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically jump right on into it, just so a little heads up for you guys. So previous episode was a bit of a long one, and so future episodes we're going to stick to about 15 to 20 minutes, just to kind of keep it balanced. Depending on the type of mission we actually run into, we might find that some missions run, significantly longer than others, but we will
in time you will
deal with that as it comes through. And we'll deal with that as we go through. Okay, so we are now back at the Hamlet here. And since after our first excursion, we could see that a few things have opened up.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So we could see here is that in the Hamlet, there's a couple of ways to relieve stress. The main ones are actually the tavern and the abbey. So we'll click on the abbey for a sec.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
So basically, you got two main ways of relieving stress. You got your tavern and abbey, and so some characters are much more prone to, say, relieve stress at studying at the abbey. Like, for example, it's Reynold here, who always starts off as a God-fearing. That means he's only going to be able to pray. So, like, say, for instance, we want to heal something. You'll see that all he wants to do is to pray. And so, like, even if we went to the tavern here and, wanted to grab a beer or something, he'll say that, he only wants to commune with all guiding light, or something along those lines. And you might have somebody who's a known cheat. And actually, we can't show you that because something I failed to mention earlier. The caretaker will actually move around during the weeks of our little adventure here, and he will basically act as a hero in the sense that he'll take up slots at random things, which can be kind of annoying. So, say for instance, you had somebody who only gambles. They'll only, in this instance, our caretaker here is basically taking up that entire slot. So what we're gonna do now, let's get this show on the road. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see we got some new adventurers here. Definitely want a new crusader. Let's see his starting things. That's not bad. That's not Holy Lance. That's not so bad. It basically moves him up forward one. You know what? Let's take him, and we could always rename him later.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
And as I was saying before, I like to make sure that we can rename these guys obviously down the line. I might actually do that a couple times because, for example, our Bestial with the name who I can never pronounce, I'm probably going to rename her in between episodes, and a few others, just so with some names, it just makes it easier on you. But I mean, say for instance, if you wanted a specific name for a character and you're like, I love Highwaymen, I want my guy to be so and so, or I really love Crusaders. Can you have one with this name? That's no problem. Just leave it down in the comments. I'll get back and take a look at them, and if it's not too ridiculous, I mean, I don't care if it's funny or not, but nothing too bad, then we'll rename them. No worries. So let's see here. So right off the bat, you basically get 9 slots, and we're only had 2 adventures come in. So you can upgrade things around the Hamlet. So for example, the stagecoach, I always recommend upgrading that as soon as possible. So why don't we start with upgrading the barracks?
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
So that way, instead of 9, now we're up to 12. And the stagecoach here, so basically you can upgrade this. It's pretty self-explanatory that, well, first of all, as you move through, it'll basically require the previous thing and so on and so forth. That's pretty straightforward. But with the stagecoach itself, so right here, so it'll allow 3 heroes.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
So the effects for upgrading this guy right here won't instantly happen because the stagecoach, as it were, only ride with these 2 people. But the next week of our journey, there'll be basically 3 more potential adventurers that we can recruit, and you don't always have to. Say, for instance, you got like way too many Crusaders, and you're kind of waiting for somebody else. You don't have to pick them up. But the following week, that character that you may have been thinking about or kind of on the fence with, they'll eventually go away. So that won't actually be there. So let's see what she's got. It's good in the coves. Okay, she's not so bad right off the bat. Okay, so nice thing though is that later, one sec.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
That when we unlock the guild, which we have to do a few more quests to do, that we can get new skills for our heroes. And so as you can see, it is random. Besides our first two guys right here, it is random. So, like, say for instance, if we wanted Zealous Accusation, which is honestly a must, my personal opinion for Crusaders, that way you're targeting the first two enemies in the line no matter what. Doesn't mean it's going to hit, but that way you have potential of hitting two enemies. Obviously, it's not going to be as powerful as a single strike against one person, but that way you can kind of mitigate. So why don't we just get this show on the road? I've been already talking your ear off here. All right, so let's get a few new people. See, Berenger and our our Bestial here, they're already kind of stressed out. She's at 50%, which is not terrible. I mean, I'm probably going to bring her back because we really don't have another healer. Let's see, she likes to be, so let's have her be a third slot, even though a few abilities won't be used, but that's okay. Boyvin? Alright. Let's see here. And why don't we throw her to our back slot here? Why don't we go bring out some heavy hitters and do something like this. We do have a disease charm. So as you go through the game, you're going to get more trinkets. Basically, these will, most of the time, they'll have positive and negative effects. Rarely you're going to find something that's just straight a good effect for the character. And as you go through, you can pick different things, and these are going to change by week. And as your heroes level up and you have more level variety, you're going to get a bunch of things, and more areas are going to open up. That's like our final place. That's definitely late game. I mean, you could actually send heroes there early, but I wouldn't advise it unless you just basically want to team wipe your whole group. So as you can see, each mission here has different lengths. So we got medium, and these guys are short. So we'll do a short mission just to continue on. And each thing has, different rewards and whatnot. So why don't we just let's do this guy, because we were running with Crusaders. Because that's a Crusader thing here. Okay. So let's grab like 8 food or so. It's short. We already got a shovel, so we should be fine. I'll be surprised if we run into more than one on a short one, but karma is always going to bite you in the ass. So probably will this time. So let's just leave it for now. Let's grab a key, and I think we are good to go. So let's get this on the road. Let's see here. If you live for darkness, by all means, bring a few torches. So, as I was explaining before with the torch mechanic,
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
God, the voice acting in this game is spot on, but there is a little bit of inconvenience when you're trying to explain something and he butts in, but it's no big deal. What I was saying though, torches, so there's definitely positive and negatives for actually having full torch and having no torch, because if your torch is at 0, your guys are going to freak out, they're going to get really stressed out. Enemies are going to have a higher chance of crit, but you do as well, and there's also a chance of better loot to be found. It's definitely playing really risky, and if you feel really good about an excursion, by all means, go for it. But for the most part, we try to play it safe, especially in the beginning. I mean, that's just kind of how I am. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh boy, Doomsday. And more stress. That's just what we need. Continue on the stress. Oh boy. Okay, that was a good dodge. Alright, so this guy, the Madman, he could actually be found in a lot of places, as well as these cultists and whatnot, but he is one of my least favorite enemies early on because of his... Oh, nice.
Decisive pummeling.
So he's actually one of my least favorite, just because of just how quickly he could stress out people, especially in the late game. So why don't we... Nice. Let's see if we can try to take this guy out as quickly as possible. Or at least stun him. What do you guys think? Let's see. 75, 70... I mean, 75% chance, you know, hits. Of course it does it, you know. It's just like XCOM. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and stun her. That's a good stun. Boy, Doomsday. Okay, let's see. And this does good damage to marked, but we don't have anybody that's able to do marking yet, so why don't we just go for straight damage? Does give us a buff though, which is not bad. Let's see. Zealous accusation. Oh boy, another swipe. And Reynolds hurting a little bit. Let's give him a heal. Okay. Another name. You know what? It's probably French or something along those lines. And I'll be honest.
Give them no
little to no knowledge with the French language. I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. Sadly. Well, it's gonna give us a push. Okay. Let's try to take her out as quickly as possible. Nice.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
All right. Let's see. Give us a heal. Reynolds coming down with the hammer. All right. Hammer. By hammer, I mean longsword. And by longsword, I mean giant piece of steel. But we all know how that goes. Okay, so give him a little bit of food. Drop torch. Okay. Spiders are always fun. In any game. I was playing Skyrim, I remember the first time when you meet that spider and you're hacking that guy from the web, and I nearly shit myself because that thing was hideous. Let's see. Oh boy. That was not good. That was not good at all. So there. Wow. Okay, we might possibly might have our first death. That's how this game goes. It's not easy, especially early on with characters that have low health. So what I'm gonna do, I can keep focusing on some damage. You know what? Let's throw in. I can't even hit her. Oh yeah, because it's only damn. So we're gonna focus on some more damage. And let's have our best shield try to save her life here. So, something to note, when a character actually reaches 0 health, they don't just straight out die, they reach something called Death's Door. And so everybody has basically a chance to survive an attack. Now, that attack could be dealing any amount of damage, from 1 to 50 or whatever, it doesn't matter. But the point is that each time they're hit, and that also includes blight or bleed or anything like that, they basically do a Death's Door, they basically go against that percentage. And so, let's say for instance, if they go and she manages to not die, that's great. But eventually, after each successful attack, or basically DPS, damage on them, it's possible that she'll eventually die through that instance. Let's see here. Let's try to give her some more healing. Yeah, because she is marked, which draws enemies' attention, and if they have an ability that deals damage to marked enemies, like what we can do, it just keeps stacking on that one person, and it can get bad pretty quickly. Okay, nice. So this guy's gonna die.
A death by inches.
Alright, let's open up this chest. What do we get? Any goodies? And
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
And it looks like basically jack shit, which is not good. Okay. Yep, here we go.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
So something else to know is that when you're moving and when you move to one of these squares here, it counts as, you know, one basically a turn of combat, or a turn basic, if you want to say. And so she has a chance of dying even just by moving this little bit. So what I'm going to do is try to give her some food. And so even though she's going to take damage next step, yep, there it is, that she'll at least be able to survive a little bit longer. Because that fight, that initial fight, did not go well for us at all. Alright, so we need to explore 90% of the rooms. So let's just move on and not go down here. Okay, let's see what's going to happen if we check these books out. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Ooh! So she's a night owl. So she's going to move a little faster if the torch is really low. And so things like that, like those books that we just had, it's one of those things that you could have a good thing happen, a bad thing happen. There's a lot of different results for those sorts of things. And it's a bit of a mystery each time. And just like how this game is, that there's not a whole lot of hand holding, and so you can really basically screw up your favorite character just with multitude of negative effects and negative quirks that can stack up, but there are ways to get them treated. Usually costly though. Alright, we got a stun. And you can't move. Let's see. Oh, that's nothing. It's just a scratch. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Let's see. So nice tactic, especially going against undead guys or unholy. It'll say at the bottom of their name what type of monster they are. They usually have... This guy has 0 blight resistance, but usually they have like very little. And so using blight is a great tactic. I'm trying not to talk too much over our friend here, our announcer friend, because it's almost like 2 people are trying to talk at the same time, and you know, it gets a little annoying like that aspect. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving on ahead. We got a trap up ahead of us, and let's see, 60, 50. All right, so we want our grave robber rather. Okay, so let's use another torch. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Nope. 25. Nope. Read some creepy Cthulhu shit, and that's not great. And we got some more ghoulies. Oh boy. Damn, everybody's getting so stressed out. Boy, this is not going great. Let's see here. Let's try to damage him. Yeah. Nice. I'm surprised I've gotten a couple dodges out of Reynold, because usually Crusaders are like tanks, and they just kind of take the hits.
Executed with impunity.
Alright, yeah, we definitely need to heal her. She is not feeling good. Neither would I. Alright. Let's try to... You know what? Let's go for straight damage. Let's just try to kill him outright. There we go.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, here comes the shank. Ooh. Yeah, crits. Doing a crit on an enemy, you know, will reduce your stress. Makes you feel good, you know, that you're doing a lot of damage to the bad guys here. But, you know, they can do crits on you too. There we go.
And power.
They do crits on you too, and
A trifling victory.
nobody likes
But a
that.
victory nonetheless.
Alright, yes, I know it was a trifling victory. You don't have to rub it in my face, God. Let's see here. Alright. No, boy. No. Everybody's getting stressed out. Thank you. There We're gonna have some people going insane over just a short mission. Okay, 9. That's not bad. Yeah, these brawler types, they love to try to get your characters bleeding. Okay. Zealous accusation. And let's slash him down. Nice. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna give her a lot. Oh, she just hit 100. Oh no. Oh boy. So pass.
The bulwarks of the mind have fallen.
Pass has become abusive. So when you hit 100 stress, as I was saying, you know, there's a chance of possibly something good, you know, that they might become courageous or whatnot. But most of their time, they're going to become abusive or, you know, basically insane. And they all have their different quirks that happen to them. And we'll find out what happens as she's going to be abusive to the rest of our party. Our healer. Oh, boy.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
So, nice thing, too, to know is that you could always flee. I'm not saying we're going to do that now. But it's out there. Ooh.
Decimated.
Ooh. Knife in the throat. See, you know, she's like, will talk down to people even if they do really well. And I got another stab. Okay. Damn. And she's getting stressed out. She's bleeding. God favors the meek. Find some courage and burden me no more. And nobody liked that. Nobody wanted to hear her say, you know, all that to their friends. Okay. So.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yes, it was definitely a trick, all this. Okay, pass. Let's give her a bandage. Let's move her back. That's one thing that I don't like, even though I've been putting 100 hours into this, that sometimes when you're just walking, you want to shift some heroes around that you accidentally move them.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
It's about that torch. Man, I do not like that she is abusive and hurting. Alright, let's move on ahead. No, oh. Such carnage, yes. Wow.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in...
I'll admit, whenever I normally interact with Iron Maidens, without using, like, the medicine,
carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Usually something bad happens, but... Okay, so something else with food, as you've been noticing, I've been only keeping it at 4 or keeping it at denominations of 4. Again, as I was saying before, that like the hunger thing pops up, everybody eats one food normally, so that's like emergency food. Let's see. Oh, come on. Alright, let's target the Born Coutier. Give him a shank. Faraway shank. No, not the goblet. You know, again, wine splash in my face would not make me feel good. How uninspiring you are, sigh. Oh, made him sad. There we go, we need that. Yeah, this expedition is not going well. Come on, give me something good. And she's fearful. Oh my god. This is not going well.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Okay. Let's do it on him. Miss. Oh no. Alright, let's have him charge up and kill this bone courtier. Nice. Randall, can you do anything? No, you can't. We need to move her back. Like as quick as possible. No, don't stress her out more. So since you could see that our guys here, these two, are not currently fearful or abusive, you can see their bar here in stress 60 at a 200. But somebody who's already afflicted with, you know, a basically too much stress, you'll see 128 at 200 here. If that reaches 200, she could have a heart attack, and that'll instantly bring her to death's door, which is not a good thing. She'll recover a little bit of stress, but it's, yeah. I'm surprised I have not lost anybody to heart attack yet. I've been really lucky. Obviously, me saying that now, I'm going to jinx myself. But yeah, basically, too much stress is not good. And you got to pay a lot of money to get these guys not stressed out. And it's tough early game for sure.
Injury
God, everybody's getting their ass kicked.
Set the stage for heroism or
God,
cowardice.
you know, she's saying this stuff to the party, not helping anybody out, and of course she dodged. I'm just getting so salty over this. Let's see. Move it back some more. Yes, more stress. That's what I want. No, no, please have pity. Oh no, Reynold. Come on, give me good. Yes. Just what we need. Okay.
Anger is power.
I will turn this madness into force. This Reynold charges in. Okay, so he actually beat his stress test, which is what we really needed at the time. Alright, let's have him slash. Nice. I have a feeling that everybody is going to be stressed out by this. Like, afflicted in some way or another. Impressive, but the sacred fire grants superior power. Oh, okay. Yep, and she doesn't like that. Everybody's just getting pushed around. And yeah, he can't do anything in the back. Everything that he has is first two spots. And let's move her back, because I really need some healing on these guys, especially Reynold right now. Give her a stun. Nice.
A singular strike.
So, especially in a situation like this, stun's going to really help, because it's going to give us some time to heal up our guys. And that blight's going to kill her next turn, so I'm not even worried about that. Alright. It's minimal. Let's see. Heal him. At least it's better than nothing. No, let's just go for it.
This expedition at least promises success.
I mean, does it? Really? I hope so. Yeah, nice. Go scouting. Alright, so we gotta explore 90% of the rooms. Why am I down here with these useless children? And that's what I was saying about hunger. Here we go. Now we have no food. So if anybody gets hungry, you know, kind of SOL here. Yeah, so this expedition we definitely need to kind of finish quick. Let's have her fix it. Really? She had like a 90%? Oh my god. You know, that's how the way sometimes it goes. You can have a great run, you know, finding everything. Oh boy. It's gonna be trapped, you idiot. At least he resisted. Some object of deliverance. Map, that did nothing. Yeah, so as I was saying, so like sometimes you'll just have expeditions that go great, nobody's getting hurt, everything's fine. And you'll have stuff like this where, you know, two of your parties are stressed out over a short expedition. And okay. Yeah, I don't think anything's here. Checked. There's nothing there. Alright, so we are for sure going to be returning. No need to stay here any longer.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Yeah, same with getting stabbed in the butt. And getting stressed out. Let's see. Okay, we got a little bit of money and some more heirlooms, which we need. Let's hope some people get some positive quirks here. Nice. That's always good. Oh boy. You know what? I'm just gonna skip right on past that. Nice. 10% melee.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
All right, and we are back. Okay, so again, the episode went a little longer. I'm looking at my time here, and I'm about 27 minutes or so. So thank you guys for coming for this journey as we're continuing on. I'm hopefully going to get some of these guys not so stressed out, and next expedition that maybe everybody will come back without freaking out or trying to abuse themselves or hate on their friends, because that's never a good thing. All right, guys. My name's been Wolf, and I will catch you later. Take care.